We begin tonight by checking in on Batangas. Several towns are now completely off limits due to safety concerns over the continuing threat of a hazardous eruption of Taal Volcano. Here's the report.
In this video, former Agoncillo councilor Ador Alcantara is seen pleading to police officers for him to be allowed entry to a town placed under lockdown. He wanted to check on his hogs left behind after the eruption.
Kailangan kami, padaanin ninyo kami. Hindi malinis ang ulo ito eh. Gaanong katagal tayo magiging kalma?
When his request was denied, the furious councilor protested by lying down on the middle of the road covered with ashes. But authorities were decisive and no one will be allowed to enter. Aside from Agoncillo, towns of San Nicolas, Talisay, Laurel, and Taal are now placed under complete lockdown. Lemery, meanwhile, is under partial lockdown. This means residents are allowed to go back, but only for a given period of time. Several roads have also been closed, including the Palico-Balayan National Road and other connecting roads going to Balayan and Nasugbu. Entry to Volcano Island is also strictly prohibited, even for rescuers. The island's residents have been brought to safer ground in Joeyville subdivision in Balete. Due to the imminent danger, authorities are considering the possibility of a permanent lockdown in the island. Meanwhile, Batangas Governor Mandanas confirmed during the operations briefing that there are enough relief goods for those affected by Taal's continuous unrest. He also said that he is grateful to everyone who has been showing the Bayanihan spirit at this time of crisis.
With Cavite placed under a state of calamity, 2 barangays in Tagaytay have conducted mandatory evacuation. Those are Barangay Sambong and Bagong Tubig, both of which are on low ground and might have a hard time evacuating should Taal Volcano erupt. At least 4,000 individuals or around 600 families are already in evacuation centers. Tagaytay Central or local government vows to update residents regularly. The palace is also not taking any chances. Malacanang wants tighter security within the 2-kilometer radius danger zone of Taal Volcano. Palace spokesman Salvador Panelo says the area is a no man's land from the get-go.
But somehow, Filipinos are very creative. They want to earn a living. Meron din mga turistang nagpupunta ron. But this time, they should realize that it's really very dangerous.
Senator Win Gatchalian, meanwhile, wants an iron hand. He's ordering or asking local government units to arrest residents who insist on staying.
Sinabi ng ating mga eksperto na delikado pa rin yung lugar, anytime pwedeng sumabog at pwede silang maipit doon. Ang nakakalungkot, kung naipit sila doon at pumasok yung ating mga rescuers at maipit rin yung mga rescuers natin, mas maraming buhay ang mabubuwis. So, ito ay ginagawa para sa kabutihan.
5 people are now reported dead in Batangas, although indirectly related to Taal's eruption. Governor Dodo Mandanas confirms that an evacuee died because of a lingering emphysema, while another one succumbed to hypertension. The casualty count also includes the 3 volunteers who died in a tragic car crash after delivering relief goods in San Jose, Batangas. Saddened by their death, National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council spokesman Mark Timbal reminds volunteers to ensure that they are in good condition before taking part in relief operations. Governor Mandanas, meanwhile, asks residents in lockdown areas to follow evacuation orders. In the NDRRMC's latest tally, over 15,000 families from Batangas, Laguna, and Cavite have been affected. Close to 13,000 families are taking shelter in 257 evacuation centers. More than 74 million pesos worth of agricultural damage have been incurred in Batangas and Cavite. Volcanic earthquakes now total 581 as of this morning. While Taal's seismic activities seem to have laid low, authorities say do not take it as the end of the volcano's wrath. Instead, it might actually be a precursor for something bigger. Ria Fernandez will be sharing us the details. She's live now at the FIVOC Center in Quezon City. Ria.
Yes, Bok, for the last 11 hours, steam emission from Taal Volcano's main crater has weakened. Compared to the previous days, there are lesser quakes and no new fissures reported. But FIVOC said, do not be deceived with Taal's seeming lack of activity because the volcano could just be preparing for a possible destructive eruption. Compared to the previous days, Taal's crater activity was relatively low. The apparent lull prompted some residents living within the 14-kilometer danger zone to go back to their homes. But FIVOC warns they shouldn't be too complacent.
Nag-iipon ng pwersa or ng magma yung bulkan. Pwede na siyang completely na manahimik. So titingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. Pero yun nga, baka naghahanda lang siya sa malakas sa susunod na cycle, no? So medyo yun ang mahirap eh.
Although Taal's crater activity seemed to have waned, FIVOC says a hazardous eruption is still imminent. Some of the indicators include a continuous upward movement of magma, the swelling of the volcano, the frequent tremors, and the high sulfur dioxide content in the air.
Hindi po natin yan masasabi, no? Kumbaga yung dynamics ng explosion. Marami kasing factors yan eh. Hindi yung period nung pinag-uusapan dyan eh. Yung dami ng magma na maiipon, kung gaano sila kabilis iaakyat sa bulkan, kung gaano kadami ang volcanic gas.
FIVOC adds the upward movement of magma in Taal is faster compared to that of Mount Pinatubo when it erupted in 1991.
Yung 2 buwan ng Pinatubo ay ilang oras lang na nangyari sa Taal.
Aside from the explosive eruption, FIVOC warns that residents should also be wary of base surges or the horizontal ejection of gas, ash, and rocks, which are considered deadlier than lava flows. The smoldering ash can ravage through Taal Lake and the nearby towns as fast as 60 to 100 kilometers per hour. FIVOC reiterates its appeal to residents, stay out of the danger zone. FIVOC is still monitoring if there is a need to downgrade the alert status from the current level 4. But officials say that their standard procedure in this is to observe the volcano's activity for 2 weeks from the time that it has begun to slow down.
Ria Fernandez reporting live from FIVOC Center in Quezon City. Thank you, Ria.